We back? Hello, welcome to the stream. What a beautiful day outside it is. And I thought to myself, what a great day to touch some grass. Not outside. I'm not going outside. That's crazy talk. I'm talking about touching grass in Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. One of the best 2D platformers ever made. You can't say that with a straight face, although I just did. Oh my gosh, give me a second. I'm gonna let some people know I'm live, and then we are going to do some speedruns here, because we're completely insane. One moment. I swear I read that as Bubsy gets impregnated. What is wrong with my brain? Oh my gosh, what a horrible image. I think it's because we were talking about Gex x Bubsy the other day. Have you played Gex before, by the way? Honestly, a better game than Bubsy. I had Gex back in the 90s when I had my PlayStation. I know it originally came out on the 3DO, but nobody had a 3DO because that damn console was like $1,200. Not your thing? Wait, yeah, you do like 2D platformers. Hey, I'm pretty sure in the second Gex game, it's Gex 3D or something like that. Not to be confused with Bubsy 3D. There was a level where Gex goes to Kung Fu Town, and you basically become a ninja. So don't write Gex off. Although I don't think his pop culture references make any sense anymore. All right, anyway, let me get this started here. I can't believe we're doing this live. Are we doing this live? With commentary? Okay. Currently, the record stands at 28 minutes and 12 seconds. I have not uploaded that run yet. Depending on how things go today, maybe we'll beat it. If I don't, I'll upload the old run to the leaderboards there. 2012, yes. 2812, not 2012. That, I think that would be impossible unless we like did some glitches and stuff that I don't know about. Although, if you've seen the task run of this game, it can be done, I think, in under 20 minutes. God knows how hard those inputs are. Alright, so we also have to do some practice here with commentary because I'm going to be doing this live at the event, right? Have you done that event before, Shiva? With those guys? I'm assuming that I broadcast it live and then they just capture my stream from wherever I'm streaming from. Let's say Twitch. I'm stalling, ain't I? I did it a few times with them. Is that how it works? Bubsy is getting very impatient with me. Are you in that much of a rush to die, Bubsy? Don't you know as soon as I start playing this game, you're probably gonna get killed by a bee or a flamingo or trip on your own giant feet and land face first into the mud? They should make a Bubsy like Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Let Sakurai make it. He'll add in random tripping. You get a code to stream to their server. Oh, really? Well, that's kind of scary. Okay, so all right. Maybe I'll leave my VPN on for that. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right, here we go. Bubsy in Fractured for... Okay, let's pretend that I'm live at the event. What's up, everybody? It's me, Foxy_TV. You may know me on Twitch as the Fox VTuber that does really weird stuff. Not stuff that's gonna wind up getting me in jail, although I am in jail right now. It's just a coincidence, okay? But anyway, enough about that. We're gonna be speedrunning Bubsy on Atari Jaguar, the forgotten child of all 2D platformers, and even of Bubsy games. Does anybody even know about this game? Well, I'm about to show you it, okay? So, without further ado, let's get this started. Keep in mind, level 1 here is probably the hardest level in the game. I'm really glad that it's like the first level you play, because otherwise, if I had to look forward to this level at the end of the run, I probably wouldn't speedrun this game. Alright, here we go. Gonna make it up to the top platform. That's a good thing! That's a good thing. Alright. Also, by the way, if you play this game casually, you're in for a big surprise, because it's one of the most grueling, difficult, unforgiving 2D platformers ever invented by man. If it was invented by man, it might have been invented by a swarm of demons. In hell. I'm joking. How's the delay? Wait, why am I reading chat? I should be speedrunning! Okay, note to self, don't read chat. But there is, I feel like there's a little bit of lag, but I do have my VTuber program open. I could maybe shut down the VTuber program, but it's still playable, I guess. Okay, good. I really wish I had an actual Atari Jaguar. It would solve a lot of these problems. Okay. Going down here. Now, if we were fast enough, we could outrun this bee, which we will do. That's a good thing. And we're almost at the end of level 1. Kinda did it without even thinking about it. I guess I got some muscle memory here. But yes, this is Bubsy from the Bubsy series. You might remember him from your childhood if you were an unloved child that didn't have a Mario or Sonic game. Bubsy the Bobcat. Picture this. You play Mario, it's a game for babies. Well, maybe I shouldn't say Mario in the event, because I say it weird. People are gonna make fun of me. But when has that ever stopped me before? People that had Mario, guess what Mario has? He has power-ups, like mushrooms. The guy's practically a drug addict. And Sonic the Hedgehog has rings. And if you get enough of them and you get the Chaos Emeralds, you get Super Sonic form. What does Bubsy have? He doesn't even have pants. He doesn't even have shoes. He just has a t-shirt and a dream, okay? That's all he's got to his name. If you get hit in Bubsy, you die. The creators thought they'd give you some slack by giving you 9 lives. It does not help. It just means that you're gonna die longer before you get a game over. And you will get a game over. Alright. But yes, Bubsy created— oh, what was I doing? No! I was thinking about Bubsy and I did a stupid thing. Alright, we gotta reset here. Let's just die a few times. Well, that didn't go very well, did it, Shiva? How's the delay? Are you talking about, like, the delay on YouTube? It seems like, if I'm looking at my own stream, it seems like there's about a 4-second delay. 3 to 4 seconds, so it is a longer delay than it is on Twitch. Alright. The button— no, there's basically no button input delay. It plays fine. But yeah, do you notice any lag from watching on the stream? By the way, they put Tweedledee and Tweedledum in this. He is like literally one of the hardest enemies in the game to get past. Like, look at the mechanics on this guy, okay? One, it's 2 fat little boys, okay? Not little, they're quite large. They've got balloons up top, so you can't go over them very easily. Like, you wouldn't be able to jump over them. Plus, if you look, the balloons are full of vomit. It's toxic vomit. It basically kills Bubsy in 1 hit. And if you go to the side of them, they hit you with like— I did not expect to kill them that easy. But yeah, they would throw a yo-yo at you. There's no way to get around them. Lurk, good luck, watch out for the bees! Moose! How could you say such a thing? You know what? I don't think— in all the Bubsy games, I have never seen a moose. I know we've been like kind of cooking some ideas for a possible new Bubsy game. Maybe we could, like, if it does get the green light, I know it's like a 1 out of a million chance, maybe we can get them to put a moose enemy or friend in the game. Huh? A moose NPC. What would the moose do, though? I'm surprised, because, like, Bubsy 1 had that level where you were basically in Canada. And I'm pretty sure they had beavers there, but they didn't have moose. Alright, next run. I guess I should pretend like this is the actual event. If I would have died there, I would have to keep going. The scary thing about this game, though, is that there's a lot of points where if you die, like, the run is basically over, or you lose, like, a whole minute and a half. It's very scary. What games are you speedrunning again, Shiva? Let me know. Alright, let's start this again. I'll do my intro. What's up, everybody? My name is Foxy_TV, and I'm here to give you the gift that keeps on giving. I'm talking about Bubsy the Bobcat. No, I am not Bubsy. Bubsy is on the screen, not the guy on the left, the guy in the middle. That's Bubsy, alright? Don't get us mixed up. Alright, we're gonna be platforming at the speed of light. You think Sonic the Hedgehog is fast? You haven't seen anything. Bubsy is in a real hurry. A hurry to do what? To die. Hopefully not today. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. So we are in Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales. It is a great tragedy and irony that I have a speedrun world record in a game that has furry in the title, because I'm not a furry, despite how I may look. Don't let your eyes deceive you. Take me at my word, I am not a furry. But yes, Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales is a game where Bubsy has to go through 5 great adventures in different fairy tale settings, all to save a woman, which is the only time I think in a Bubsy game where he actually saves a female character. All the other games, I don't know what he's doing, what he's up to, but in this game, you have to save Mother Goose at the very end of the game, or else her fairy tales will be ruined forever, or something. Honestly, Bubsy's going through her furry tales. They're already ruined. Yes, I said furry tales, because Bubsy's in it. Alright. But yes, this is Alice in Wonderland. It's the first, is that even a Mother Goose story? Honestly, aren't like most of the Mother Goose stories like really twisted if you actually read the originals? Like they have some kind of dark ending where like Hansel and Gretel, you know, like the kids get cooked and eaten or something. I should look into this. Very disturbing stuff. Yeah, they do that a lot with Disney too. Like they'll take like classic stories like that and then they'll sugarcoat it, but that's not how it happened, okay? You know, Snow White, she probably just died. Right, here we go. Let's save this. Sleeping Beauty, she wasn't sleeping in the original. She was just dead. Did we just save 5.2 seconds? Hold on a second. We're in the green by 5 seconds here. All right. But as you can see, there are lots of Alice in Wonderland themed things, like cookies. We all remember the cookies from Alice in Wonderland. And the snakes with eggs and the bees. Honestly, when I got Alice in Wonderland as a kid, the book, it was a pop-up book. And like every other page had a bee on it. It was real scary stuff. Real horror story. This level's pretty easy, thank goodness. Glitchless only, Resident Evil. Oh yeah, you're doing Resident Evil 4 VR, Shiva, that's right. I don't know if I could speedrun a VR game. I think I'd get nauseous. I don't think I've ever done VR. Oh my god, imagine if they made Bubsy 3D in VR. Hold on a second. First-person Bubsy 3D in VR. I mean, I was gonna throw up just playing Bubsy 3D on the PlayStation. You add VR into this, I think I'm definitely gonna puke. Alright, let's see how much time save we got here. This run's going pretty well, honestly. I know you guys can't see the splits. I run my splits on a different computer because I'm playing on Linux, and Live Split doesn't like Linux. So I have a little Windows laptop over here. Alright, we got some cool skips here. This is one I thought up. I don't have a name for it. But, you know, Bubsy, he flies for some reason. Not all bobcats can fly, okay? Don't take that lesson from Bubsy. If you see a bobcat and you're on the top of a building, don't throw the bobcat off the building. He's not gonna fly, unless he's Bubsy. Hey, Jay Lookie! Mr. Bubsy himself. Honestly, everybody calls me Bubsy. I think Jay Lookie might actually be Bubsy. What's going on? We are speedrunning some Bubsy and Atari Jaguar here. Having a great time. 10 out of 10. Honestly, this run's going pretty good. I don't want to jinx it, but let's go up here. We're gonna do a little trick here, by the way. We're gonna get this checkpoint and then wind up killing ourselves in the game later to warp back there to save some time. Okay, over here. The other thing about this game is when you complete a level, you get a high score based on how many yarn balls you collect, right? So technically, the more yarn balls you collect in the level, the longer you're going to spend as the score goes up at the end. So you kind of don't want to collect too many yarn balls. I haven't optimized. You're not Bubsy. All right. This is the part where I'll ask the chat, do you guys know what the boss of World 1 is gonna be? And then I'll wait like Dora the Explorer with my eyes open like... Okay, careful, not the bees. Honestly, the first time I saw this guy, he scared the crap out of me. And he still does. I don't know why he looks like Belle Delphine when you hit him on the head. And why his hat has the number 69 on it. He predicted Maybe this is Belle Delphine's father! Why are they coming out so early? Oh my god, that was scary. Okay, J-Looky is not Bubsy. Alright, alright. But J-Looky, what is your favorite Bubsy game? If I had to guess, it would probably be Bubsy 3D. Also, how did you like Paws on Fire? Because you did win that in the giveaway. Alright, that takes care of Alice in Wonderland stages. Now we're going on to Jack and the Beanstalk. As you can see, the bees are still here. My arch nemesis. But these are essentially more like vertical levels, which is cool that the game has some variety, but doesn't mean it's any easier, no. Alright, let's get up here. 3, 4, one more. They also added in some knights here, like this guy, you see? Very dangerous if you're playing this game casually. Ah, the bees! Paws on Fire is fun. I think it is pretty fun. And I know Shiva, like, looked at me sideways when I told him that I thought Paws on Fire was fun. But it's only fun if you, like, go... Ah! Wait, can we save this? What if this was during the speedrun event, guys? What if this was during the event? What would we do? I think we have to go back to the door down there. Oh, what a tragedy. There it is, okay. Let's pretend that didn't happen. It is! Okay. The only part of Paws on Fire that's really annoying is, the part with Arnold. I'm not talking about Arnold S., the Terminator. I'm talking about... Come on, get up there, Bubsy. Why do they put this leaf higher than all the others? Come on. There you go. Where you're the armadillo and you have to roll through those levels to pick up all the gems like it's Sonic 2. If you have to do it by picking up all the gems, it's a nightmare. Damn, we are like plus 25 on this split. It's okay. What do you think, Shiva? Should we keep going or reset? For the practice, I don't know. Plus 25. Alright, we're gonna go for the digi-skip here. Shout out to Shiva's brother. We failed it! That's where you jump over that banana box. It's a pretty tight frame window, I must say. Also, they added in these snails. They're not very dangerous. They're also very shy. Practice? Okay. I think so too. Let's do one run all the way through, and then maybe I'll try to do one to get the world record again, but it's probably not going to happen live. I surprised myself because I did a run offline where I had my model up and everything. I think I ended a stream or I canceled a stream for Twitch, and I was like, well, I already have everything set up. Let me just do a run of Bubsy with my model. And I got all the way to the end, and I died on the last boss on world record pace. It was a great tragedy. I still have the saved video. I'm not sure if anybody actually wants to watch that. Alright, let's come on, Bubsy. No, Bubsy! If Candy Brie was here, she would hear me yelling Bubsy for stamina. Alright, heading across. I think J-Looky, you were also playing this game too. Last I heard in the official Bubsy Discord, you were in the Aladdin stage, which is coming up next. Alright, don't forget to jump over the bug here. We grabbed this checkpoint because this part coming up is one of the harder parts of the run. Honestly, whenever you hear this bass kick in on the Jack and the Beanstalk levels, you know things are getting real. Okay, careful. Not! I don't know why that guy kills you sometimes. I clearly jumped right off of his ass, which is a safe zone to jump off of him. But sometimes you just die there. I don't know if it's part of the game's jankness. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe I was too far back. We go again. This is the first run of the day. I think most people, like, practice the hard parts before they... There we go. Like, you could tell me, what did I do different that time versus the other 2 times? Most people practice the hard parts of the run before they attempt runs, but we just went into it live. We're like, alright, here we go. Although, this part, one of the coolest parts of the run. How could you put a banana box where you could slip right next to that guy, because like what normally happens if you're playing casually is you slip on those bananas right into the guy and then you die right at the end of the level. All right, plus 56. The run is dead. And I bet you we're gonna get a one-shot on this Jack and the Beanstalk boss. I still don't know how he works. It seems like Bubsy just has a 10% chance to just die. All right, up here. Very nice, very nice. The farthest you got was the water stages. Yeah, the water stages are brutal. When I was learning how to speedrun this game, like, they just go on forever and they all kind of blend in with each other. So it's just super easy to get lost in them. The good news is that after the water stages, the ice cream cake level is quite easy. There we go. Playing casually, the first time I played this, I think if I looked at the VODs altogether, it was like 16 hours to get from start to finish. Ah! They almost got me. Alright, heading up here, climbing the tower, dodging the knights. There's 3 more knights to go through. I'm basically playing Dark Souls right now, people. You excited for Dusk Bloods on Switch 2? Well, forget about that. We got Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. 64-bit gaming right here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, heading up here. One more slick little jump, and we'll head into the boss down here. And the bass is gonna kick in, so you know it's getting serious. There we go. Now let's see if I die randomly. I'm surprised I didn't die there. I was a little bit close to the front of the... I mean, it makes sense that Bubsy would die. He might, like, hit the broken glass like that and just impale himself. But what was the difference between that hit and all the other ones? I don't know. I need to, like, get in contact with the people that made this game and ask them directly. And they'll be like, what? What are you talking about? Somebody's still playing this game? I've played a handful of Atari Jaguar games, though, and I honestly think this is probably the best one. I don't know if that's a good thing. Hello? Bubsy? What was that? Well, I can't have this happen during the event, Shiva. What the hell was that? Alright, maybe we just stay in glider mode. Let's just play it a little safer. You could save a little time if you... Figure out how to instantly land in the clouds when they appear. Saves tons of jumps. Oh yeah, Rayman is on here too. That's a good thing to point out. And Rayman looks really great on the Atari Jaguar. So does Doom, honestly. The only problem with Doom is that it doesn't have music. But it's not a really big problem, because you could just play your own music while you play the game. It might actually be a blessing in disguise. You could, like, I'm pretty sure in, like, the original Doom, like, they have a lot of songs that are actual metal songs, or at least, like, riffs from metal songs. But if you play Doom on Atari Jaguar, you could just play the actual metal songs while you play the game. Alright, we are plus 2 minutes now, guys. It is a complete disaster, but we press on.
Keep it up. Just keep it up.
I gotta read what Shiva said again. I didn't process it. One sec. Let me get up here. Not the cactus! Here we go. In here. Figure out how to instantly land on clouds while they appear. Saves tons of jumps. Oh, are you talking about... Is that a thing in Resident Evil 4? You have to jump on clouds? What, the Mario? Or are you talking about this game? Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, you're talking about, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wait, there's the wrong jump. There is a thing like that in here. So sometimes you have to jump to hit platforms to make them appear, and then you jump on them. But if you do it in just the right spot, you can make the platform spawn instantly. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. I have seen it, but I guess I would have to, like, make a save state before doing it and, like, figure out the exact spot. I already started this split in the red. That's so bad. This is also one of the harder levels. Desert Storm, especially this part where you jump over 2 snakes and this guy, and then you wait until that guy throws his egg in the air. That's one trick I learned with dealing with these snakes, is that they can't throw the egg at you if they have the egg in the air. Because it's in the air, it's not being thrown at you. Also, you gotta watch out for these rock guys. If you land in front of them, they'll lick you. And nobody wants to see Bubsy get licked. Not even his mother would lick his fur and clean him. He's disgusting. I'm sorry, I shouldn't slander Bubsy like that. Is that the bee from Bubsy? I've already seen you a million times, Candy Brie from Bubsy. You stung my ass. Actually, I don't think I've been stung by a bee yet, but now that Candy Bee's here, I think I'm gonna get stung by a bee. Well, are you home from work, Candy? I just clocked in. I'm playing Bubsy. It's a full-time job. Okay, there's the platform. Let's see if we can make them spawn instantly. Nope. Yeah, sometimes, like, if I don't get the instant spawn, I'll adjust my position a little bit. And I'll try to get it on the next one. Also, you have to do this part pretty quick, or a vulture will get you. There's so many enemies in this game! You ever play Mario Maker? And, like, you know, you play... I forgot to jump. I think I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna reset just for Candy Brie, so Candy Brie can see it from the start. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're 2 minutes behind. Alright, oops. I set that in as a gold split. Let's not update those times. Alright, let's get a death here. Fall damage? What would a Bubsy game be without fall damage? What do you guys think? Do you guys think there's a possibility that they would put a new Bubsy game on the Switch too? Dude, imagine like a sequel to Bubsy 3D where it's like 120 frames per second and also in 4K or 1080p. The Switch 2 is gonna have crazy hardware, huh? A lot better than people were thinking. It would be a Mario game? It would be, but they didn't announce a Mario game during the Direct. They announced a Donkey Kong game. What the hell is that? I wonder if Arcadia knows I'm live. Well, let me send my link to Arcadia. She hates Bubsy. I tried to get Arcadia... Actually, no. I sat down with Arcadia one time, and we booted up the Super Nintendo, and I let her play Bubsy on a real CRT, on a real console, right? And I watched her for 5 minutes, and she's like, this is awful. And I was like, no, keep playing. I'm having fun watching you. All right. Let's get into the next run here. What's Candy Brie talking about? No, a Bubsy game without fall damage. It would be a Mario game. Oh, that's what you're saying. I mean, there's a lot of difference between Bubsy and Mario, okay? For instance, Mario is a furry. Think about it. Mario is an Italian guy. He's a little porky, and he goes around putting on tanuki suits and cat suits, and he goes meow, and he scratches Peach, and Peach is like, why do I keep hanging out with you? I'm a princess. You're a plumber. Why do I do this to myself? Mario basically wears a fursuit, okay? Bubsy is an animal. He was born a wild bobcat. For some reason, he has a t-shirt. We don't know why. Maybe Jay Lookie knows the lore of the t-shirt, or why Bubsy can talk. Am I thinking about this too much? Bubsy 3D doesn't have fall damage. I know, it makes no sense. Literally, when you think of fall damage, you think of 3D platformers, right? Mario 64, Sonic Adventure. I almost said Sonic 64, DKP. I'm not DKP. Shiva was gonna stab me. Probably DKP too, wherever he is. All right, let's get into another run here. Here we go. Ready, Candy? I'm gonna get the world record just for Candy Brie. Watch, I'm gonna die in the first enemy. Welcome to Bubsy on the Atari Jaguar, my favorite console. Honestly, here at the Foxy household, we only have one game system. It's the Atari Jaguar. And we got Tempest 2000, we got Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. Where did you learn to fly? Honestly, when I play Bubsy on Atari Jaguar, the question I ask myself is, where did you learn to die, Bubsy? Because you die every 30 seconds in this game. You ever see, like, these big celebrities or personalities play Bubsy on Atari Jaguar? Angry Video Game Nerd has done it with Mike Matei. Donkey, I don't think Donkey's done it. JonTron hasn't done it. He didn't review this one in his Bubsy video. But whoever plays this game, you look up the casual players, they all give up at this level. And I don't blame them! Sorry, usually I don't. This is an alternate. We blew the run. I'm sorry, Candy. We blew the run, Candy. You've got this, Fox. We blew the run, Candy. It's dead. It's dead. We stabbed it. It's more dead than Bubsy.
Oh, sure. Let's all
Killing Bubsy like this helps me refill my stamina. Dude, imagine, like, this is almost like when you're driving your Ford F-150 and then you hit like a deer or something and he goes flying. Look what happens to Bubsy when he hits this guy. Boom! Straight bang, zoom, straight to the moon. No fall damage, disgusting. Honestly, I was thinking if they do a new Bubsy game, They should have like an option so you can increase the fall damage. You know, like you could have a hard mode where it's like, now Bubsy will take fall damage from any height. Like here, you would have to use the glide. You know, like the fall damage slider. Me and Moose also got the idea where like, there's just a random 1 out of 1,000 chance, or maybe 1 out of 10,000 chance where Bubsy just explodes for no reason and you die, you lose a life. It's another option in the game. Alright, next run. Guys, we have to pretend this is the real event, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. I wasn't planning on making this a super long stream. So we're gonna make this next run as if it's at the event. And we'll play through the whole game, no resets, and then we'll analyze how much practice we have to do. Because currently, we are not in good shape. We are not in good shape. But we'll give it a shot. Here we go. And if we, I'll put Jay Lookie in the, I'll put Jay Lookie in the high score screen, because I don't think he's on there yet. I usually put somebody's name on there, whoever's watching me at the time when I got the world record. Alright, here we go. So Shiva's on there, Sheep is on there, Chrysium is on there. Here we go. Let's go. Alright, welcome to Bubsy and Atari Jaguar. As you can see, this is a 64-bit game. Much like the N64, it has amazing graphics. It is capable of 3D. You guys know that the Atari Jaguar also had like a CD attachment? So you could play CD-based games on there too. I wish I had one of these. Oh god, I almost died. That was kind of a time save. I don't do that in my standard runs. Maybe I should start doing that. But yes, this is Bubsy on Atari Jaguar, and currently we're in World 1 of the Alice in Wonderland stages. Probably one of the harder levels of the game here. Okay! Got a little unlucky, we had to wait for the cat to go away. Let's see what type of bee we got up here. Yes, there's the bee from Bubsy. Everybody wave, it's Candy. Oh, come on, Bubsy, you're losing time! Let's just try to be fast enough where we can outrun this bee. I don't think it's gonna happen. Nope. Let's just kill him to be safe. And over here... Hi, me! It's a Candy cameo. By the way, bee from Bubsy, if that is your name. The Mr. Tip animated emote is currently being made. Yes, it is. As promised. One day, you will be able to spam Mr. Tip in Twitch chat as much as you want until you get banned. I'm not responsible if you get banned. Alright, we're a little bit down on time. Looks like a plus 3 seconds from the world record run, but that's fine. We can make it up later. On this world record run that I have saved, I did lose about a minute, which is kind of crazy. I had everything perfect except I died in the water level to a random shark or something. But I kept my composure and I still got a bunch of time saved. Alright. Yes, so currently we're going through Bubsy and Fractured Furry Tales. It's a game not many people know about. Most people, when they think of Bubsy, they think of Bubsy 3D, or they think of Bubsy on Super Nintendo, or they think about Throw Up, or Roadkill. But this is one of the Bubsy games that is often forgot about. Also, speaking of unknown Bubsy games, a lot of people don't know that there are two... Well, you guys all know in my chat, but a lot of people don't know that they still make Bubsy games, and there are two new ones that are on Steam. Ah! Get up there, Bubsy! There we go. Level 2 in the bag. You know, maybe I should have practiced the water level now that I think about it. It's gonna be tough. It's fine. I just gotta lock in, right, guys? Alright. +6. So, if you had to guess... I feel dumb, like, saying the same exact thing I said in the last run, but I'm trying to practice for the event, right? Looks like repeating myself. Spawn the bee up here. There's the Candy Brie! I think the bee is honestly one of the most frequent enemies in all the Bubsy games. Is there a bee in every Bubsy game? I'm trying to remember if there's one in Bubsy 3D. I'm not quite sure. I'd be surprised if there wasn't. Alright, and over here. Okay, heading up to the first boss, which is the Mad Hatter! Yes, we know the Mad Hatter. I think I like lost my breath yelling so much. What have I done? I made a horrible mistake. Commentary not going so well, huh, guys? There isn't any bee enemies in Bubsy 3D. Damn. But they brought them back for the Woolly Strike Back, because I remember there's the part with the flower and all the bees, like, are twerking on it. And then in Paws on Fire, I'm pretty sure there are bees in that one. So, if that's the case, I'm pretty sure that makes Bubsy 3D the only Bubsy game without any bees. By the way, if you love this game, one, what the hell's wrong with you? And two, this is the next long video I'm going to be releasing on YouTube. It's a 16-hour Let's Play of my first time playing Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. Ah! I want to reset. Shiva, can I reset? I think I need some chocolate and I need a drink. Oh, I didn't know he doesn't kill you like that. Okay. Damn, did you see his eyes? That was scary. Yeah, I need a mental reset and I need some chocolate. I need some caffeine. What does his hat say? What number is on there? Is it 69? How could you not love this game? It has me in it. You know, honestly, have you guys ever heard of a program called the Games Factory or Multimedia Fusion? Saves a jump. It doesn't matter. I think it's just like faster to go like this. But you can't hit him. You can't hit him until after the Steam comes out, I think. Wait, there is a time save here. Hold on a second. If you start from this side, wait for the Steam to come out. No, okay, he does a different attack if you go on. No, you want him to not do the cups. If he shoots the cups out, that's bad. I thought he would maybe come out and just shoot the Steam. But yeah, you gotta be a little patient there. I might make a few like adjustments on the run. Whoops. I might make a few adjustments. Oh, Bubsy! That was classic. Let's do that again. Boom. Yeah, but if you guys ever... Why did it not happen that time? Hello? If you guys never heard of Multimedia Fusion or the Games Factory, it was this game you could buy back in the day that let you make your own games. And one of the people I knew, he used to make a lot of like Sonic games on that, like fan Sonic games. And then he let me borrow it or something, and I made some really cringe games. I was thinking, maybe we can make a game about Candy Brie. I mean, how hard is it to make games? Nowadays, most people probably just use, like, game developing software, right? It's basically, you just need the art assets. So we can make them in Blender. I don't know, what if we make a game about Candy Brie? It's a game where you play as the bee from Bubsy, and the only objective is to kill Bubsy. It'll be easy. Get it? Be easy? Can you immediately jump on his head right when he stops? Maybe. I guess, yeah, you could save time if you do the jump before the Steam comes out. But that assumes that he's not going to do the teacup attack. If he does the teacup attack, that's the most dangerous attack that he can do. Let me reset that. Gonna get a quick sip. And then we'll actually do the real run here. 1 second. Why is it like 83 degrees in here? What the hell? I kind of think this game is cursed. I've had really bad things happen to me when I play this game. I don't remember the other thing, but I know one of the things that happened to me was that my computer's power supply just stopped working when I was playing this game one time. And it just started to smell like burning plastic. I was like, damn, Bubsy on Atari Jaguar must be cursed. Also, who the hell is Andy Seed, and why does he have the top score on here? These are the questions we have to ask. I've never gone for a high score run. Doesn't seem very fun. Also, I don't like that you see Bubsy's ass just flying towards you in the intro of this game. I said I don't like that, okay? Oh, and I hear people outside. It's throwing me off. I close the window. Alright, guys. This is our rehearsal. Ready? I guess I should start the game. I'll start the game here. This is run... I've done 300 runs of this game. Most of them died, like in the first 10 seconds, though. I made a lot of mistakes just getting over these first couple tables. Alright. What's up, everybody? My name is Foxy_TV, and I am a Fox VTuber here on Twitch that enjoys retro games and lots of weird other content. Not anything that's gonna get me banned, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm currently in jail right now. Don't worry about it. Anyway, today we're gonna be racing through Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. That's right. Don't forget about Bubsy the Bobcat. How could you forget about him? Look at him. Look at him there with all his fur and his t-shirt. Why does he have a yellow exclamation mark on his shirt, huh? Exclamation point. I heard it was an error with this game. He was supposed to have a red one, but they like had some programming error they didn't fix. Anyway, this is called Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales. It is a game on the Atari Jaguar, the first 64-bit console, home console for your entertainment. Do the math, was the motto. More bits, more fun. You could have fooled me. This game looks like a bad Super Nintendo game. Why does Bubsy 1 look better than this game? Does anybody know? I don't know, does this game actually look good? It's hard to say. It's a very weird looking game, isn't it? Look at that background. It's like Microsoft, Windows 98 wallpaper field. Okay, careful, get down here. But yes, we are the objective of this game is to save Mother Goose as we go through all the furry tales that have been twisted. I actually didn't read the manual. I don't know why everything's twisted. If I had to guess, it's because of all the bees everywhere. Bees are always messing everything up for everybody, let's be honest. Sorry, Candy! Had to say it. Whoa! Wow, there's a cat! That's a little bit of a jump scare. I didn't know this game was a horror game, but it is! Honestly, I started playing this game and I loved bees. Honey, pollination, great stuff. Play Bubsy in Fractured Furry Tales? Guess what happens? You develop a crippling phobia of bees. You see a bee, you duck for cover. Like it's like a tank from a foreign country ready to shoot you. Alright, let's get up here, and we got level 1 down. Very smooth level 1. I think we might even have some time save here over our record. The best game, you heard it here. Shiva, 10 out of 10. Hey, you ever see the box for Bubsy 3D? It got the Gold X Award, whatever that means. Maybe Elon Musk liked it. I don't know what that means. It also got like a 9.5 out of 10 or something. Whoever rated the Bubsy 3D. I wonder, wait, is there a release date for Bubsy the Perfect Collection? Does anybody know? As far as I know, it's still to be determined. That's the Bubsy collection being put out by Limited Run Games. Alright, up here. Wait for the bee. But yes, we are currently going through the Alice in Wonderland stages. What's your guys' favorite, I was gonna say furry tale. Fairy tale! The game is called Furry Tales, okay? I'm not a furry! The Perfect Collection, not yet, it just says 2025. Well, at least that narrows down the options. Honestly, if we're gonna get the Switch 2 before Bubsy Furry Collection, then I don't know what to say about that. They could put out a whole new console. Alright, up here, just gotta do a little platforming and we're gonna get to the end of the stage. So the structure of this game is there's 15 levels. Each themed world has 3 levels. You go through the first 2, you go to the third one, and then in the third one you have to fight a boss at the end. And some of these bosses are really annoying, honestly. I'd say this one, probably not too annoying. But yes, it is the Mad Hatter. You guys have all seen him. You all love him.
Oh, sure. Let's all torch the Bubster.
Alright, let's go here. Got a couple cool tricks to show you in this stage. I'm gonna do a little cool glide down here to skip these little boys over here, the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Honestly, if you guys want to play a really cool Alice in Wonderland themed game, there was one that came out in the early 2000s called Madness. What is it? Alice in Wonderland. American McGee's Alice. That's what it was called. It was kind of like a first-person shooter or third-person shooter game that was like a horror game. They even made a sequel to it, which I haven't played yet, even though I really liked that game when I was a kid. But we don't have that game today. We just have Bubsy, so sorry. Also, random thought. You know, the Switch 2 is coming out, and there's going to be a lot of new Nintendo games coming out. And eventually, you know they're going to put out a new Smash Bros. Game. You know they'll do it. What are the odds that they put Bubsy in Smash Bros? I think Bubsy is due for a comeback, huh, guys? I mean, if we don't have Bubsy, who are we gonna make fun of? He's the punching bag of video game mascots. Ah! Okay. He makes Sonic look better. Over here, we're doing a little trick to warp back to the checkpoint to save some time. We'll just get across these platforms up here, and then we'll be right into the boss fight. And we are on pretty good pace so far, which is a nice thing to see. Okay. Also, have you guys ever seen a real Atari Jaguar controller? It is a very strange controller. It has like a number pad dial tone on it, which you could actually use to enter the passwords of this game. It's the only feature I think it has for this game, is you can enter the numbered passwords with the keypad. It's a little convenient. All right, there we go. Took care of the Mad Hatter. Very easy, which means we're off to the next stage, which is gonna be the Jack and the Beanstalk levels. That's right. And what makes these levels different than all the other levels in the game is that they're vertical scrolling levels, much like Kid Icarus, if you ever played that on the NES. Or maybe Super Mario Bros. 2 has some levels like that. I do that little trick there to hit the leaf because it lines you up with the door so you can instantly get in. If you take too long to get in that door, those bees will kill you. Or you have to kill them. It's kill or be killed, literally. Alright. Going up these leaves here. Kind of looks like poison ivy, actually. Why are the end of the leaves like red? What the hell is that? You guys ever get poison ivy? It's not fun. Honestly, I just stay out of the woods these days. I know what you're thinking. Foxy, you're a furry. I bet you go out in the woods and roleplay as a fox. I don't do that! Stop it, Candy Breed. Alright, let's not miss the jump this time. The lag made that jump a little bit hard last time. Yes, I'm blaming the lag. Okay, wait, we made it up one jump. Usually that takes a few jumps. That is a tricky jump to make. Had a little trouble getting in the door there, though. Alright. Also, I kill these enemies at the end because I feel like if you don't kill them, you could hit the checkpoint, and then they'll just run into you, even after you hit the checkpoint, and you'll die. Alright, you definitely do. I do not! You're telling me that I just want to end this stream early so I could go out into the woods and roleplay as a fox? That's what you think I do? You think I have a fursuit? And I say ooh out there in the woods? Don't tell Moose I said that. Oh, we got the banana skip! Shout out to Digi! Shiva's brother, wherever he is. He loves brown bananas. Shiva, how many brown bananas does Digi eat a day? I can't eat brown bananas. They're too sweet. Also, let's try to get the instant Oh, we got it! Nice! See, that's what Shiva was talking about earlier, where you can get the instant platform spawn. I can't eat green bananas either, though. They have too many tannins, or whatever the hell that thing is in there that makes them bitter. And don't get me started on all those weird bananas, like red bananas and the baby bananas. I never even had them, to be honest. All of them, I guess. If you need a box of bananas, you're probably doing it wrong. Wait, do banana... That's kind of funny, actually. It's a wooden box full of bananas. They were in Bubsy 1, right? Bubsy 1 had boxes full of random stuff. Like, they had the box with the anvil, and then you run into it and you break your neck. Alright, we're gonna jump over the bug here. Grab the checkpoint, because we're probably gonna die. Wait, that's quitter talk! Let's lock in! One-shot it! Let's do it, guys! Here we go, no deaths. The base is kicking in, things are getting real. There's 3 bees here, just ignore the bees. Pretend they don't exist. Nice! We did it! Alright. These are some big skips here. Okay. This is one that I came up with for my world record, is to jump off that guy. Alright, and there we go! Very nice level 5, I must say. Level 5 is pretty tricky. Especially that last part, where you gotta jump off the bugs, because if you hit them in the wrong spot, as you saw earlier, you will just die. Alright, next level. Oh, that was a gold! Alright. We're saving 1 second here. Now let's see if we can kill the Beanstalk boss without dying to random crap, as he does do. Also, let's not hit this guy. There we go. He didn't even see us. Alright, climb in the tower. And one more. You could tell it's gonna be the end when, like, there's an extra big gap there. That's how I tell. Alright, here we go. It is really a nice feeling in this game to have the invulnerability. You could actually run like you're Sonic the Hedgehog with rings, with no consequences. Except if you hit spikes, because for some reason he still dies to spikes, even if he's invulnerable. Learn it the hard way, people! Alright, up here we got a knight to kill. Up here, we've got an ant to get past. Easy. I also grabbed this checkpoint too, because it's easy to die here. Sometimes the knights are in weird spots. No! Or that happens. It's fine. Minor time loss. Okay, careful, Bubsy. Why am I talking to Bubsy? Okay, very nice. So now we just get up 3 more flights here, and then we're on to the boss. 1, 2, 3, and there's a knight here. We're gonna kill. All right, boss time. Let's do it. Here, keep your fingers crossed that we don't die to random crap. All right, here we go. I'm not gonna blink. Why? Why did that happen? I don't get it, man. Somebody's gotta explain this to me. I've had so many runs just die to this guy with his stupid Dr. Wily beard. Why did this happen?
What for?
It's okay. This is why I put my possible time for the run as 35 minutes. I might lose 5 minutes just to this boss. And it doesn't matter. Like I've made a save state and I've practiced on this boss for a while. My hypothesis is that he shoots out a little beam, like a little ball, at the exact frame that you're hitting him, and you just don't see the ball yet. So you just die when you touch him. But I don't know. And one more hit. Okay, we got him. All right, moving on. It's fine. We are about a minute behind, but you know what? We gotta do it live, as they say. There's still so much great stuff to see. Also, I guess, is he supposed to be like a giant? You know, like it's Jack and the Beanstalk. That's the giant at the end. Oh, went the wrong way. That's embarrassing. All right, next up we got the desert levels. Not based off of Aladdin, but based off of Alibaba and the Seven Thieves, I guess, which is what they based. Aladdin was based off of that. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. As you guys know, Aladdin, my favorite Disney movie. Guys, what Disney movie is better than Aladdin? Come on. What's your favorite? You think they'll ever make a Disney movie about Bubsy? They're gonna need some real Disney magic to make him a star. All right, let's get to the end here. This is one of the easier levels. You kind of just run right through it. I ran a little bit too fast there, but it is what it is. It's also starting to get really hot in here. It's like 84 degrees because I had to close the window. All right, lock it in. Desert Storm, one of the harder levels of the game. Very unforgiving. If you die later on in this level, and it is very easy to die if you forget what's happening, or where things are, where obstacles are, you have to basically start the level from this checkpoint here. I think it's the only checkpoint I get in the run for this level, so hopefully we don't die. But yes, Bubsy going through the desert. I must imagine being a bobcat. I'm not a furry, but if I was a bobcat with Bubsy feet, my feet would probably be pretty hot right now on the sand. Doesn't seem very pleasant. Also, I love this part. It's the only part of the run where you feel like Sonic. You just run down that slope at like lightning speed. All right. Grab the invulnerability so we can pass through all these guys, no problem. There's a lot of angry men with swords here, but they're no match for Bubsy. All right, and we're gonna hit the platform. I like to play that safe. Oh, we got it! Look, dude, how good was that, Shiva? I'll have to remember that position. Facing the right, and kind of at like 80% of the platform. All right, let's not die to stupid crap now like we did last run. Got the banana box. You have to remember to jump there to head over the first cactus. I didn't have enough speed. I'm so sad! Like, you know, like it was like almost foreshadowing. When I was saying, hey, you know, when you die in this level, you have to start basically from the beginning. You know what? Let's start it over from the beginning, guys. Come on, one more try. What do you guys say? Come on, one more try for old Foxy. We'll get some. This is where we died last time. Oh man.
Keep it up. Just keep it up.
All right, how about in this run, I just don't talk about Bubsy at all. I just talk about Mario. What do you think? I'll pretend like I'm not speedrunning Bubsy. People will think I dubbed over the run. We did have a gold in that split though, on Highly Stung. That was cool. Maybe is there a checkpoint I can grab just to like play it safe? Maybe during the actual speedrun, I'll have to grab a checkpoint in that level, just in case I die there. This is the second time I died over there. Alright, we'll do one more. I sound like an addict. Just one more Bubsy. Just one more little Bubsy, that's all I need. Anybody in chat have a cat? Would you name your cat Bubsy? Is it true that cats have 9 lives? I've never had a cat. You know why? Because I'm allergic. Whenever I'm around cats, my eyes just get all red and swollen with rage. Not because I'm allergic to them, but because I remember Bubsy, and I get PTSD. Damn you!
Oh, sure. Let's all torch the Bubster.
Alright, here we go. Welcome to Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. I'm Foxy. Let's go. I hate this game. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, we are in Alice in Wonderland. Honestly, maybe I should put text-to-speech on, and somebody in chat can just type out the story of Alice in Wonderland, and we can just listen to it while I speedrun the level. You know what? I made a big mistake. I should have opened the window before I started this run. I am already sweating. I think all speedrunners need to sweat. Is that true, Shiva? If you're not sweating, you're probably doing it wrong, right? Bubsy 3D, remember guys, was the only game where I ever streamed on Twitch where I had to take a shower mid-stream. And not because Bubsy was making me hot under the collar. That's not what happened. I'm not a furry. It was because it was 100 degrees that day, and I didn't have air conditioning. And I was like, guys, if I don't take a shower mid-stream, I'm gonna melt. So I went in the shower, took a cold shower to get Bubsy out of my head. Okay, I'll stop. There you go, Candy. Sorry I had to kill you like that. Thank you for cheering me on. By the way, guys, when I actually do the speedrun event on April 22nd on twitch.tv/whatever the hell the channel is called, please be there and make sure that whenever you guys see a bee, you spam the Bubsy bee emote. Ah, there we go. That was very clean World 1. We take it. At least you called me Foxy and not Bubsy. I appreciate that. There we go. World 1. Very nice. Let's see what we got on the timer here. Minus 4 seconds. We saved 4 seconds there. It was very clean. I like it. Alright, here we go. World 2. One of the easier ones. I think this is honestly... This and the first desert level are probably the easiest. Then again, the last 3 levels are pretty easy too. Which is very nice. After you beat the water levels, and it's like you just gotta do the last 3 levels that are pretty easy. It's kind of a relief. Alright, here we go. So what other Bubsy speedruns? Have you been doing any speedruns lately of Bubsy Genesis, Jay Lookie? I think you're still #1 for Genesis, right? But the guy that has the Super Nintendo record, he has that locked in. That is not an easy time to get. If the speedrun for Bubsy 1 on SNES was not as optimized, I probably would have went for that one instead of this game. But I'm kind of glad I picked this game, even though it's a longer run. It's pretty fun when you play it as a speedrun. All right, there we go. That's level 2. Going into World 3 here of Alice in Wonderland. Are there like... I feel like they could have picked better fairy tales for this game, you know? It's like... what is the water world even supposed to be? Is that even a fairy tale? The only story I can think about that involves water is Moby Dick and... was it 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or is it 40,000? Those are the only 2 water-themed books I can think of. And I don't think either of them are fairy tales. Also, there's no white whale in there, so clearly it's not based off of Moby Dick. And also, YouTube, don't censor me. I'm talking about the name of a book. I'm not talking about the other thing. Come on, get it together, YouTube. All right, here we go. Heading towards the boss of World 3 here. Big bounce off the card. Whenever I see these cards, it makes me want to play Balatro. Ah! That was close, guys. We almost lost a run there. It's so easy to die in this game. Alright, kill this guy. This jump looks like it's kind of hard to pull off, but it's really easy, actually. You just start here on the edge and then do a small jump. There. I think I've only failed that jump once or twice out of 300 runs.
Oh, sure. Let's all torch
Alright, heading to the right, up to the boss. I got a feeling I'm gonna die to the boss. Am I, giving myself bad luck here? Probably. There's a bee here somewhere. I knew it! Oh, that would be a sick idea to make Bubsy even harder. The bee randomizer. So not only do you have to worry about bees, but you have to, like, they randomly spawn. In this game, the bee spawns are all, like, in a location you can remember. But what if they made a Bubsy game where the bees just randomly appear? Okay, nice. Easy boss kill. I don't know why there's a reflection of a window on that guy's tea kettle. Like, we're not indoors, right? Or is this supposed to be inside of a castle? But if so, why is there grass? I have so many questions. All right, -4 seconds going into World 4. World record pace here, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the vertical scrolling levels. We're gonna hit that. Oh, get in there, Bubsy! No, why did I say that? There goes the 4 seconds. I don't know why he didn't go in the door. We had everything lined up perfectly. Whatever. There we go. I think this run could still world record because there was a bigger time loss later on. Alright, this is the no reset run, by the way. We will see this all the way through. Up. One more. Oh, missed one. I miscounted. Somebody send me back to preschool. I don't know how to count to 5. Here we go. So, let's see here. We were talking about Bubsy and Gex at the start of this stream. I don't know. I kind of like Gex. Shiva said it wasn't for him. Jay Lookie, do you like Gex? I said Gex, by the way, with a G. Gex. They know what they were doing when they named that character. I wouldn't mind a new Gex game. You know what game I didn't like was Arrow the Acrobat, which is another alt mascot, which is about a bat that goes through, like, a circus. Whenever I tried to play Arrow the Acrobat as a kid, I would just get lost. Like, the levels are so confusing. And then the music is just goes on and on and on. Oops, I think I forgot to tap the button there. Alright, we're +10. Let's see if we can get some time saves here. There we go! Very nice digi-skip, as we call it. Going up. See if we can get the instant platform spawn here on the left. Okay. Nope. Nope, didn't get it. Maybe I'll have time at the end of this level to go open the window. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I am sweating so badly right now. Alright. Gotta watch out for the random bee! There it is! Bees lurking behind every corner. You know, guys, Candy Brie actually made a pumpkin for Halloween last year, where it's Bubsy from this game getting stung by, about to get it stung by one of these bees. It's a classic of all time. Alright, heading over here. I kind of like speedruns that give you moments like that where you can collect yourself. You don't have to constantly be on. Woo, we almost hit that guy. Things Moose says when Moose is out on the Canadian highway. Alright, kill this guy up here. Get ready for the hard part. Here we go! Lock it in! Okay, good. Very nice. Too bad we died to that bee earlier. That was such a dumb death. Wait, hello? Oh, I was supposed to jump off that guy, whatever. I'm lost! Hold on, guys! I'm lost! Where am I? That was an alternate route. Okay. I was thinking about Moose. Threw me off for a second. Also, if you slip on the bananas during this part, you can move during the cutscene. I also forgot to open the window. This is the worst. Alright, +7. We made some time save there. Let's see if we can get this boss in one cycle. Sure seems impossible, based on the runs we've seen today. You guys can see why I'm so frustrated with this guy. Sometimes you could skip that bee, too. It's pretty rare, but if you get the instant platform spawn, you could skip him. Alright, big jump, and we're gonna run invulnerable. I wish there was a t-shirt I could put on that would make me invincible. I just run like Bubsy. With no pants on, no shoes. Exactly like Bubsy. I'll run straight to the county jail, because that's where you're gonna find me. Alright, heading up here. Let's go. I don't know, do you guys have a favorite 2D platformer? And why is it Bubsy? I swear, I almost died there. That would have been the run. Okay, we'll wait. Play it safe. Sometimes you gotta play it safe. Alright, get past 3 more of these guys. You'd be surprised the amount of reach they have, see? That's why I grabbed that checkpoint down here. Hello? This is such a Bubsy thing! Put the enemy right next to the checkpoint. If we lose the run... I think I'm gonna go offline. So far, we're still good, though. Okay, 1, 2, I think this is 3? Yeah. Alright, heading into the boss. Maybe we'll get an instant kill, save some time. Ah, I almost hit the spikes there. We didn't have the checkpoint! We have to kill the boss! We have to kill him here! There's no checkpoint! Oh no! Damn it! That's it, guys. That's all I'm doing today. I can't take this anymore. I'll go live again tomorrow when I wake up. Clearly, we need more practice with Bubsy on Atari Jaguar. Or I need more practice specifically on that boss. And I've sat down and I've practiced lots of times just trying to kill that boss, but I don't know what the trick is. I don't know what it is. If you play this game and you could figure it out, let me know. Because I don't know how to not die on him randomly. It just kind of happens. But anyway, thanks for watching me practice today. Let's see how many days do I have until the event. Oh good, we have over 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll get to a point where I can do it live with commentary, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably around 1 or 2 p.m., maybe 3. We'll be back here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.